What is up, guys? Welcome to the Lionheart podcast.
What is up, guys? My name is Ason. Welcome to another episode of the Lionheart podcast. We are going to give you guys our review of Raw. So, start us off, Dragon.
All right, to start off the show, we had
AJ Styles coming out.
Yep, AJ Styles came out, and I noticed one thing. They've been doing this little new thing where they did it last week with Shane and Stephanie talking about how they've been working good as a team. But I noticed that they've been doing this a lot lately. They've been showing tweets and stuff, like the people's tweets, all that kind of stuff on the Big Tron thing at the beginning of Raw every single time, every time. And AJ came out and he was just like, I've been hearing all week people talking about, I'm trying to screw Roman Reigns over for the title. I got people, on Twitter talking. I got the Authority talk. I got everybody on my back.
Airport, social media. Yep.
Oh, yep. And, pretty much, AJ Styles, that man was aggressive. He was very aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Very aggressive. I haven't seen AJ Styles this aggressive in a very long time. Like, that man, he was ready for a fight.
Oh, yeah, he was ready. And then Styles, after that, he mentioned, how he's headlining the Tokyo Dome. He was champion around the world and all of that. As soon as Roman came out, Roman was like, it don't matter, what you did around the world, but it's not, it doesn't matter unless you win the championship, which he was referring to the main title.
Yeah, he was just like, he said, AJ, he said, he was just pretty much, he's like, you won many thousands of titles. He said, but you haven't won the title. He was just putting it all out there. Yeah. This is the main title you have to, have for yourself. And this all ended with
eventually,
yeah.
The club had came out. As soon as the club came out, the Usos came out, and then Roman just uppercut AJ out of nowhere, and then AJ flew out the ring, and the club tried to hold AJ back. AJ was like, he said something. He was like, "I'm gonna get you" or something like that.
AJ was just like, yeah, AJ was just like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna take a chair, wrap it around your neck, and I'm gonna break you. You understand? I am gonna tear you apart." I was like, that's aggressive. They had a whole AJ back. I was like, dang.
But yeah, AJ was pretty much pissed off. The club tried to hold him back. AJ wanted to just kick Roman's ass. That's going to be a good-ass match. I honestly think they're going to have a really good match at Extreme Rules.
If the first one was as good, I just hope they don't mess up the second one.
Oh, yeah.
And
all right, now, the first match was Sami Zayn versus Cesaro. Kevin Owens on commentary.
Yeah, it was Miz and Kevin Owens. When Kevin Owens first came out, though, he was happy. I honestly thought people were actually cheering that man. I was like, man, this man going heel or face or something. He's going from heel to a face. But then I forgot this is Kevin Owens we're talking about.
Of course he get cheered. This is the man that beat John Cena. This man beat John Cena legit. Yeah. That man gonna get cheered for a long time.
Tears. Yeah.
But anyway, during this matchup, they started fighting, but then Miz and Kevin Owens got in the fight because I think Kevin Owens, he was walking away with Miz IC Championship, and then Miz attacked Kevin Owens, and they got in a big fight, and they all got in the ring, and then Sami Zayn was beating up Owens, I think, and Cesaro was beating up Miz, or it might have been the other way around, but eventually all of them started fighting, and then Shane came out, and he was like, we're going to change this match to a tag team match. No, him and Stephanie was out. They was like, it's going to be
First Shane came out. First Shane came out, and he was just like he wanted to do a rematch from SmackDown. And I was just like, man, this is going to be boring as I don't know what. And then that's when, luckily for the first time ever, I was happy when Stephanie came out because she mixed it up a little bit. And when Stephanie said that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were going to be on the same team, I thought WWE was going to take the opportunity to maybe make them friends again. But, it didn't happen, sadly. But, I thought it would be a perfect setup. They just have a perfect tag team match.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, it was a good match, but at the end of the day, you know, Miz and Cesaro, they just couldn't, you know, work together. And, like, Cesaro hit the... Like, Miz tried to hit the Cesaro swing on Sammy, and then Cesaro got in the ring, hit the skull-crushing finale on
Yeah,
Miz.
I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah, and that set Miz up for the Eluva kick, and then he hit the Eluva kick, pinned Miz. Then Sammy was like the last man standing for like 5 seconds, and then Kevin Owens got in the ring, hit this crazy super kick, knocking out Sammy, and then Kevin Owens was the last man standing.
Yeah, man. And this is the thing that threw me off. I thought it was called the hell of a kick. When I heard Michael Cole said the Hului kick, I'm like, the hell?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was called the hell of a kick.
The Hului.
It must have changed the name over time.
How did I say hell of a kick? I don't know. That they might have changed it.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird.
Hului kick. I gotta get used to that. I'm used to hell of a kick. I'm still gonna call it hell of a kick.
Yeah, me too. That's what I've always known. So like after that, it was the
debut. We had the debut of the Shining Stars, aka Epico and Primo, and they went against these local wrestlers Scott Jackson and Brian Kennedy.
I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you.
Yeah.
Primo and Epico the first time, boring. Los Matadores, boring. This, boring. That's all I gotta say about this. I'm sorry, they are still boring. It's not working. I really do feel like Vince and WB is trying with these two, and I really do feel as they're doing everything. Because, I mean, think about this, guys. WB has released a lot of people, and they still haven't released these two. Out of all this time, they still have not released these two. So I know that they're trying with these two, but I just don't see it working.
Like, I'm gonna talk about the match right quick. First off, I mean, this is pretty much like, I think it's exactly like Primo and Epico before they became Los Matadores, except they just upgraded a little bit. That's pretty much it. But the match was just a squash match. They have this new tag team finisher. It's like an enziguri and a leg sweep. That was like the only good thing about that match.
That was nice, but everything else was kind of low.
The crowd was dead too. The crowd was just.
Yeah, the crowd was just like, honey, you need to go to the bathroom. Yes, mommy. Is Cena gonna come out? No, he's injured. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think that as time passes by, hopefully we'll see more of the Shining Stars and what they're capable of, like far as more matches, and we already know what they're capable of, but they may deliver something different than something different from their that wasn't a part of their previous gimmicks. But we'll just see as time goes on.
Oh yeah, I'm pushing for them. I hope they do well because I really don't want to see them go. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna. I'm pretty sure they can make an impact. I really do think they can.
It's possible.
Yep.
Let's see what we have next. All right, we had a promo with Ambrose and Jericho. Jericho was talking about his coach. Jericho mentioned how he was still pissed off about the little incident that happened last week with Ambrose cutting up his jacket, and Jericho was like, "I'm a multimillionaire, but $15,000 is a lot of money." And he kept saying, "You owe me money, Dean. You gotta get you.
You're gonna pay me my $15,000." Yeah, that's pretty much. He was just screaming.
He was pretty much saying, "You owe me a jacket," pretty much.
Yeah. And Dean, for half the night, Dean was trying to get Shane McMahon to try to let him go out to the ring and talk to Jericho. So Jericho thought this was going to be like an apology or something for his money, and pretty much as time went on, Dean went out. So everybody for a while they thought, of course we all know Dean's not going to apologize. And so, Dean went out. He was standing there. Chris Jericho came out. He said, "So what do you have to say to me?" He said, "Because it better be a really good apology." And Dean was just like, "Are you crazy, man? I came out here to challenge you at Extreme Rules." And, man, guys, what we saw after that, it was epic.
Yeah, we saw the first ever appearance of the Asylum Cage. That's what I call it, the Asylum Cage. It's pretty much called the Asylum match. It consists of a black steel cage a black steel cage with just weapons covering it like crazy. It reminds me of this match that used to be in TNA. I forgot what it was called, but It's like a big steel cage with just weapons hanging over it.
Yeah, it had a broom. It had a broom, a mop bucket, a bob wired board. I think.
Yeah, that plant Jericho knocked over Dean head, that was up there.
Oh yeah, Mitch. Mitch was up
They gave
there.
that TV time. Yeah, Mitch.
Let's see. What else was up there? It was
I'm not sure what else was up there. There was a lot of stuff up there.
Oh, it was a straight jacket up there. Yeah, straight jacket.
Oh wow.
The same
Pretty
thing.
much everything. Pretty much all those items symbolize like what was a part of their feud. Pretty much.
Yeah, the lunatic. Pretty much what made Dean Ambrose tick. He was just pretty much explaining. He was like, you put me in you put me in the hospital. Now I'm gonna take you to the hospital. That's pretty much all this was about.
Yep. But I think the match at Extreme Rules, I think they're going to have a pretty good match. I hope they have a pretty good match. But this match should be interesting because, first off, it's a new match type. You got Jericho and Dean going at it. Pretty good wrestlers, in my opinion. And, I think the match is going to be pretty interesting. It's gotten to the point where it's going to, definitely get extreme. And, hopefully we'll see what happens at Extreme Rules. Now let's get into the next match. Becky Lynch versus Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke.
Lynch. Yep.
Now before this match happened, Dana Brooke was backstage, and she looked at this guy. I forgot what she said to him. I think she was like, you don't have the type of look I like in a guy. Some shit like that. And then Dana Brooke just kept walking. But eventually she ended up having the match against Becky Lynch. And Dana won.
Yeah, she won a Raw debut.
She beat her with a roll-up in.
Oh, her entrance was nice. Her theme song was nice. I liked it. I
didn't see it. Unfortunately, I didn't see it because I probably was doing something. But when I came back, Dana, she pinned Becky and had her in the pinfall.
It was pretty nice, man. Like
she came from NXT, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, her theme song and her entrance periods, like her colors and all that, it all match. It all fits. I like it. I like what they're doing with her so far. For her first night, she did a great job.
Yeah, this is pretty much just another new, women wrestler that's going to be a part of the Divas Revolution. And hopefully, I don't know too much about Dana Brooke. I've seen her on NXT now. I've seen a few of her matches, but this, since I watch Raw more than I watch NXT, I'll get a chance to see more of Dana Brooke this time. So
yeah.
But anyway, let's see what we have next. We got Goldust and R-Truth versus Fandango and Tyler Breeze.
Golden Truth versus Brie Fandango, though.
That's a horrible name, Brie Fandango. I was talking about this earlier. That is a horrible name.
That's horrible.
They should have been called No Homo. When I say this, No Homo. Okay, you know how Fandango, he got this little dancing gimmick. They're very flamboyant. Their team should have just been called Beautiful. That's what it should have been called. No Homo. I think their team should have been called. I think their team should have been called Beautiful. Like they seem like these flamboyant guys and stuff. They be dancing and act like they're like trendsetters. They have the little nice looking clothes, the fashion, all of that type of stuff.
Hey, so for a second, I thought you were about to say gorgeous.
If they were good at setting trends, they should have been called trendsetters. But I think Beautiful is like the perfect name for their team. They could be like, we are beautiful or some shit like that.
Hey, so for a second, I thought you were about to say gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Oh wow.
Yeah, the way you started talking, I was like, well, where you going then? But I mean, sadly, in the Golden Truth debut, like their little entrance was nice. They had the Golden Truth.
Yeah,
it was really nice. I mean, sadly, off of miscommunication, R-Truth hit a heel kick on Goldust, knocking Goldust out, and that ended up with Brie Fun.
Breeze for the pin on Goldust.
He got the pin off of R-Truth's feed, and pretty much. I mean, this pretty much just sets up for even more matches with these two teams that we're going to see repeatedly.
They had a little talk backstage. Like, R-Truth was like, no, Goldust was actually kind of pissed off. Well, not pissed, but he wasn't okay with that victory. And R-Truth was like, come on, man, this is our first match as a team, man. Yada, yada, yada. He said some more stuff.
And then, Fandango was just like, he said, are the Golden Girls crying or something? I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
But
anyway, let's see. We had this funny ass promo from New Day. All right, New Day came out and they showed us this time machine.
Jamaica, man, Jamaica.
They they was making fun of the Vault villains. Before I get into this part, they had a part where Kofi, he went back in the past. He went back to his 2009 self. He had the Jamaican accent. He started doing the boom, boom. They started playing his SOS theme song. It was funny. And the funny thing was, he was like,
This was
when they
my
tried
best
to bring
year.
him back, when they tried to bring Kobe back in the time machine, he was like, "Come on, man! This 2009 was my best year. It was my favorite year, and it was my favorite year wrestling." Yada yada yada. I was like, "Wow."
Like I ain't gonna lie, I miss Kobe when he was like in that in that point in his life. I really do. I miss that Kobe. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. No, 09, that's when he actually almost got that push. Feuding with Randy Orton.
oh yeah, man, that man he pinned Randy Orton fair. Oh yeah, he got that push. But
Oh yeah.
like and like this promo pretty much ended. They were talking. They had came out and they were like dressed up with like they had like they weren't really dressed up. They just had mustaches on. And the Vibe villains came up behind them and they just demolished them. They killed Kobe. They sent Xavier Woods into the time machine, and I don't even know what happened to Big E. Big E just disappeared.
Big E showed it disappear. They might have took out Big E, but the camera might not have caught it, or he probably didn't catch it. But yep. I mean, I'm not gonna. I may not be that satisfied with all the villains, but I'm slowly starting to get a little satisfied because I like how they're being aggressive and stuff. I like that, and they got some pretty good tag team moves too. They have some pretty good moves in the ring.
Oh yeah, they're pretty decent. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like it. Before I mean, like the way they're acting now, like you said, more aggressively, it's kind of making they're more watchable. So yeah.
Yeah, viewable. Yeah.
All right, guys, we had a little error with Dragon. Unfortunately, Dragon had to leave the podcast. Since Dragon had to leave, I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the main event myself and talk about the ending of Raw. Well, we had the Usos versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. This match ended with the Usos kicking Carl Anderson in the face, and one of the Usos went for the splash, and that was pretty much it. The match was it was a pretty much back and forth match. A lot of stuff was happening, but then afterwards, you had AJ and Reigns staring down. And then, Roman hit AJ with the chair. Like, he straight up hit. Well, he actually Superman punched Gallows and Anderson. And then he turned to AJ, and he ended up hitting AJ with the chair. And as soon as AJ got up, AJ hit Reigns with the chair. Like, he hit him in his gut. Then he hit him in his back. And then the epic ending was when AJ went for that Styles Clash. And he just pretty much knocked Roman out, which was pretty awesome. I've been wanting to see AJ hit a Styles Clash on the chair. But, finally got to see that tonight. That was pretty awesome. But, anyway, let's talk about the ending of Raw. Like, now this ending was a huge surprise to me because you don't often see divas in Raw. And I applaud WWE because I like to see the woman. I'm glad we're finally seeing a woman in the show. Like, we haven't seen divas in the show in a long-ass time. And even though it wasn't a match, at least we get to see the woman in the show this time. So we had a contract signing between Charlotte and what's her name? Charlotte and Natalya. And Ric Flair was out there as well. And the people that was, announcing the contract signing was, of course, Shane and Stephanie. But anyway, now that was a stipulation on the contract. So when Charlotte and Rick read it, Charlotte and Rick was kind of freaking out. They like, wait, hold up now, there's something ain't right. And then the contract said that Rick he can't be at ringside. If he shows up at ringside, then Charlotte has to forfeit the title. And then at some point Rick got all pissed off. He wanted to fight Shane. Shane, like, Rick started taking off his shirt. He started patting his elbows or whatever. He was running back to the rope, like he usually run back and elbow the mat and stuff, but he didn't do it that time. He just looked at Shane. He was ready to just fight. But then before that happened, he looked at Stephanie. He was like, the only reason why I like you, Stephanie, some shit like this. I could be wrong, but he was like, the only reason why I respect you, Stephanie, or something like that is because your husband is Triple H. And he said, I never liked you as a businesswoman. He was pretty much just getting out on Stephanie. But after that, that's when, Rick did the little thing with Shane. And then instead of Shane and Rick, fighting, Stephanie, she came up. I think she said, I never really liked you as a business partner too. And she just straight up slapped Ric Flair. Like, she just straight up slapped the shit out of him. And Rick fell down to the mat. And then afterwards, the security was out and all. They was trying to get Rick out the ring. And Charlotte, she was finna fight Stephanie because she slapped Rick. And after that, Natalya came to the rescue and put Charlotte in the sharpshooter. And that pretty much ended Raw. Far as this Divas match go at Extreme Rules, I think the match might be okay. It might be like every other Divas match, but I'm not gonna lie. I think these two might actually have a good match. If you seen the match they had on NXT Arrival, like what was it, 2 years ago? Last year, I think it was 2 years ago when these two actually went off against each other for the NXT Women's Championship. That was probably one of the best Divas matches I've ever seen. That was a good ass match. The only difference between that match and the match we're going to see this Sunday is we're going to see a heel Charlotte. We're going to see a whole different side of Charlotte, with Ric Flair. After being Ric Flair, she's completely different from what she was last year. But I think the match is going to be good. I really want to see Natalya win because Natalya hasn't held a championship in so long. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long ass time. She hasn't been champion in a long time. So Natalya, I think she really need to get this win. I want her to get this win because I want to see her as champion again. Um, but she's doing a pretty good job as Divas champion. Being that heel diva. Well, I don't want to say diva, that heel woman. So I feel like Charlotte she might end up taking it home. She might continue her reign as champion for the next couple of months until somebody else take it from her. I hope it be Sasha Banks, by the way. But anyway, thank y'all for watching this Raw review. Stay tuned for the next episode of the podcast. Peace.